take some video here of the William Preston Lane Memorial Bridge, often called the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. I believe it was constructed, the first span that we're driving over, somewhere in the 1950s. Before that, you had to take a ferry or a boat if you wanted to go from Anne Arundel County, Maryland, across the Bay Bridge to Queen Anne's County, Maryland. The bridge is about 4.6 miles long. I know because I go on an annual run every year, at least for the last few years, across the bay 10K, which starts over here on the side near this exit up here and ends once you cross the Bay Bridge and travel a little bit more distance to a park in Queen Anne's County. I figured I would document the event of my crossing this bridge in light of the fact that the Key Bridge in Baltimore recently was taken down by a large ship, and there were headlines or newspaper articles recently saying that the Chesapeake Bay Bridge is similarly vulnerable, that if it were struck by a large tanker, it would come down. And what a sight the Key Bridge coming down was, but if the Chesapeake Bay Bridge came down, that'd be quite something. I'm going to get around this UPS driver who's blocking a good part of the view, and see there are ships. Well, maybe you can't see. There are ships out in the harbor. He may be rearrange his camera a little bit. This new phone mount, I'm not sure it's not very good. It moves around a little bit. So, but this is the first span was built this way. It used to be one traffic both lanes going to and from. They eventually built the I think I want to say the 70s. They built the other span this is the eastbound span. They built the westbound span a few years after this because, imagine going one way, or traffic going both ways on this bridge. It's already scary enough for people. Sometimes on the westbound span over there, they will open up. It's 3 lanes over there, and they'll open up a 3rd lane and have that lane going westbound, and the other 2 lanes going eastbound. I do that sometimes. That's very fun. And we're stuck here in a slow traffic. Hopefully there are no barges going or freight boats going underneath. This person just... This happens occasionally. I'm not sure why, except for the fact there's a lot of traffic, and sometimes people just stop for no reason. It's very, very bizarre. Sometimes people jump off this bridge too, and that creates a whole problem, because they jump off. They're usually leaving their car on the bridge, and that creates a traffic problem. And there have been accidents that have resulted in fatalities on the bridge. I think probably at least a decade ago, I think there was a guy whose car broke down, and he was waiting by, and then his car got hit by another car, and he got pushed into the bay and died. That seems fairly horrific. When you run the 10K, this is about the top of the bridge, and you see, we're going a little bit uphill right now, but then you start going downhill very soon. I think right now we are going slightly downhill. When you run it, you see as well how rusted out and decrepit parts of this thing look. Is this thing safe to be on? But it always seems like they're working on it. So presumably it is, unless a boat hits it. That would make a good video if a boat hit right now. We went crashing into the bay, wouldn't it? I mean, it'd be great for everyone except me. now passing into Queen Anne's County, which is named after Queen Anne, who was the sister of Queen Mary, who was the wife of King William III, King Billy, as he's affectionately referred to. And I just came this morning from Prince George's County, and Prince George's County is named after Queen Anne's husband, who was Prince George of Denmark. I think it's a shadow of my mount, or maybe the mount I have that's looks like it's putting a blocking part of the view here. I hope it's hope I'll fix that in the future, or set up a different system, because I'd like to take more videos from my car. And we're now close to the end of the bridge. Over on the right side is a restaurant. It used to be called Hemingway's. It's called something else now. And to the right of that is the Bay Bridge Airport. It's a small airport. I flown out there once just for like a pleasure trip to see what the Eastern Shore looked like from the sky. I just thought it'd be an interesting thing to do. And we are coming in closely to what's called Kent Island. It is an island. It's part of Queen Anne's County. It is not part of Kent County. People get that confused all the time. There is a Kent County. Kent Island is not part of Kent County. It's part of Queen Anne's County. It's an island, but bridge is connected. So, and the other bridge to the other part of Queen Anne's County is not nearly as exciting. Well, it's a pretty cool bridge. It's not nearly as exciting, so I won't be taking video of that. So there you go. We see we've made it off of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge once again safely. We'll see how long we can keep that streak going, because like I said, apparently this bridge is vulnerable, and hopefully no one gets the idea to ram it with a big boat, because that'd be a problem. Anyway, take care.